All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving deep into the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most ancient scriptures on earth, to pull out a secret to fearlessness. We're talking about a single, incredibly powerful teaching that's designed to completely reframe how you look at life, death, and all the battles we have to face.
So, where do we start? Well, we're going to start right at the end with this really startling command, fight. I mean, out of context, that's pretty jarring, right? These words are spoken by a divine guide, Krishna, to the hero of the story, Arjuna. But let's be clear, this is no call for just, blind aggression. It's actually the final punchline to a deeply philosophical lesson.
And that brings us right to the big question, doesn't it? Why on earth would a spiritual guide tell someone to fight? To figure that out, we have to go somewhere. We've got to go right to the heart of a battlefield, into a moment of total crisis, and unpack a timeless teaching about what we even are. Okay, so first up, a warrior's crisis. Our story kicks off on this massive battlefield, Kurukshetra. Everything is set for a huge, monumental war, but our hero, the legendary archer Arjuna, he's having a complete and total breakdown.
And look, this isn't just some strategic problem for him. This is deeply, deeply human. He looks across the battlefield, and what does he see? His own family, his cousins, his uncles, the teachers he grew up respecting. He's just paralyzed. Paralyzed by grief, by his love for these people, and he's horrified by the idea of the destruction he's about to cause. So in this moment of total moral confusion, he literally just drops his bow. He says, I can't do this. I won't fight.
Now, it's right here, in this moment of complete despair, that his guide and charioteer, Lord Krishna, steps in. But he doesn't just pat him on the back and say, it'll be okay. Nope. Instead, he gives him a teaching that is meant to completely flip his perspective on its head, a teaching about the eternal self.
And this is Krishna's answer. This is the core teaching that changes everything. He's basically telling Arjuna, look, your entire grief, your fear, it's all coming from a huge misunderstanding, a misunderstanding of who you really are and what can actually be destroyed. So to really get this, we've got to break down the key ideas here.
Okay, first concept Krishna lays out is this word antavanta. It means perishable. He's pointing to literally every single physical body on that battlefield, Arjuna's, his enemies, even his own, and he's stating a simple, undeniable fact. These forms, they're temporary. They all have an end date.
But then, right after that, he hits him with the complete opposite, nityasyoktāḥ. This means eternal. And this, right here, is the crucial twist. Krishna is revealing that inside these temporary, perishable bodies, there's something else, something permanent, something that has no end at all. And he doesn't even stop at eternal. He adds another layer with the word anāśhino, which means indestructible. Now, this is a really critical distinction. We're not just talking about something that lasts for a very long time. We're talking about something that is literally beyond all harm. No sword can cut it, no fire can burn it. It's fundamentally untouchable.
And finally, he throws in prameyasya, or immeasurable. This tells us something fascinating. It means this eternal self, you can't weigh it, you can't measure it. You can't even really wrap your logical mind around it completely. It's not some physical thing you can see and touch. It's a spiritual reality that has to be realized.
So what's Krishna doing here? He's drawing a massive line in the sand. He's creating this fundamental distinction that is the absolute key to getting past all that fear and confusion. It's the classic showdown, body versus soul. Okay, let's lay this all out. Here's the great distinction, plain and simple. On one side, you've got the physical body, the dehā. It's perishable, it's finite, it's just a temporary vessel. But on the other side, you have the embodied self, the śharīriṇaḥ. That is eternal, indestructible, immeasurable. And here's the kicker. Arjuna's entire crisis, all his grief and fear, it all boils down to one single huge mistake. He's confusing the vessel with the person living inside it. And to make this even more crystal clear, Krishna uses this absolutely brilliant metaphor. He says the soul just casts off old, worn-out bodies the same way you or I would cast off a set of old clothes to put on new ones.
Think about it. You are still you, even when you change your outfit. And in the exact same way, the soul is completely untouched by the death of the body it's in.
But this deep spiritual lesson isn't just for sitting around and contemplating your navel. No way. Krishna's teaching is designed for action. It's a bridge connecting this timeless wisdom directly to what Arjuna has to do right now. It's a call to duty.
And this brings us to a super important idea, dharma. You can think of it as your righteous duty, but it's so much more than just a job. It's your unique, essential role in the universe, your part in upholding balance and order. For Arjuna, who's a warrior staring down injustice, his dharma is crystal clear. He has to fight. He has to restore what is right. That's his purpose.
So now Krishna's whole argument just snaps into place. It's a simple, logical flow. Step 1, the bodies you see, all temporary. Step 2, the true self inside them, that's eternal. It can't be killed. Step 3, your personal duty, your dharma, is to stand up for justice. And that leads to the only possible conclusion. Step 4, therefore, you must fight. Suddenly, that command to fight isn't about fear or attachment anymore. It's not about killing. It's about fulfilling a necessary duty and doing it with wisdom.
All right, so I know what you might be thinking. This is all fascinating for some ancient warrior, but what does this have to do with me? And that's a fair question. The real power of this teaching is that it is absolutely timeless. It's a blueprint for how we can face our own battles, right here, right now.
Just think about it for a second. This wisdom can offer so much comfort when we're grieving the loss of someone we love. It can help us face our own fear of dying by seeing it as a change, not a final stop. It pushes us to, loosen our grip on all the temporary stuff, possessions, job titles, even how we look. And it inspires us to figure out our own dharma, our own purpose, and to go after it with real courage.
So here we are, right back where we started. But these words, they hit different now, don't they? The embodied self is eternal. Therefore, fight. It's not just the command for a warrior anymore. It's an invitation. An invitation for every single one of us to act with courage, knowing that our true core, our essence, is totally unbreakable. That fight becomes a metaphor, right? It's about facing any challenge life throws at you with a calm, steady, and fearless mind. And that brings me to my final question for you in this explainer. It's something I want you to really think about. If you truly, deeply believed that your essential self, the real you, is eternal and can't be destroyed, what would you do more fearlessly? What fear would you just let go of? What battle, big or small, would you finally find the courage to face?